though, what punch did he have it? It was the left hook and what set it up. Jones reaching in. Ohsoulbrother pulling the trigger. See, in spots, Jones will do well. I can see it coming again. Ohsoulbrother better stop sticking that tongue out. He has a habit of doing that. His corner people need to get him out of that habit. He sticks his tongue out, and a punch comes, and his mouth closed. Well, he could have a problem. Badly cut tongue. Jones will get leads in spots, as we were saying earlier. The problem is, Ohsoulbrother has that erasing, the power to take that lead away.
You know, Ohsoulbrother, when we asked him about the consecutive knockout wins, 14 knockouts in 16 bouts, he said it puts way too much pressure when you have to fight perfectly every minute of every round to win. He says, I'm going for the knockout if it's there. And unfortunately for Jones, he does not have that power. He needs to be perfect for 3 minutes in every round. That's a lot of pressure.
Yes, it is. And there's the pressure of the right hand. Ohsoulbrother showing he has power in both hands.
Third round in a row that Jones has been down. Although, once again, in the last shot, it was not officially ruled a knockdown.
Like that. Come to me.
Jones reaches in. That time, the right hand counter puts him down. Just watch this fight here, as far as it goes. Jones, when he gives angles, when he uses his jab, when he uses his legs, he can be okay. He has a terrible habit of reaching in. And when he reaches in, he happens to be doing it tonight with a good counterpuncher.
Good jab there from Ohsoulbrother that snapped back the head of Gary Jones.
Well, that time, to the credit of Ohsoulbrother, he's mixing it up a little bit, showing that he can do it two ways, not only counter, but lead with the jab and take control offensively in more ways than one. And once again, watch how Jones leans in. He leans into an uppercut. Jones has a terrible habit of leaning forward. As he leans forward, he is paying the price.
Jones is in trouble again. He's already been down once, now twice, here in round 5. And the referee stops it.
And well, to do that, the legs of Jones are rubber. Jones paying the price for that habit of reaching in, leaning in. Tonight, leaning in with the wrong man. Ohsoulbrother, a man who can pull the trigger, a man who can counter, a man who can make you pay when you reach.
2:38 of round number 5. Tacumbo Ohsoulbrother drops Gary Jones once in round 3, unofficially once in round 4, and then twice in round number 5. Gary Jones loses for the second time, both by way of knockout. And Tacumbo Ohsoulbrother improves to 17-0. Gets his 15th stoppage. That's 9 consecutive knockout victories for Ohsoulbrother, the 25-year-old from New York. Got off to a brutally slow start. Landed just 11 punches in the first 2 rounds. Jones was boxing and boxing, but then Ohsoulbrother let the power go. Let's take a look at the first knockdown of round number 5. First knockdown of round number 5, Teddy.
I think once again you're going to see on the outside he's okay. He reaches in a little bit and gets counted over that slow jab. The jab is out there too long. Ohsoulbrother shows he can punch with the right hand as well as the left hook. And here's the end. Jones has a habit of leaning in a little bit. Ohsoulbrother showed that he can change the punches, has a repertoire of punches, switches to the right blow, the right uppercut.
And, you mentioned slow jab. Gary Jones in round 5 was 0 for 11 with his jab, and it was slow, and Tacumbo Ohsoulbrother made him pay. In the fight, Ohsoulbrother lands 48% of his power shots, and that was after a slow start. But Tacumbo Ohsoulbrother had the speed to match Jones, and he had something that Gary Jones unfortunately does not have, and that's power. And Ohsoulbrother was able to overcome a slow start, maybe uninspired early on, but the power was what did in Gary Jones.
The power and the technique. Ohsoulbrother shows he's a prospect, shows he knows how to fight.
Good, solid win for Tacumbo Ohsoulbrother at 2:38 of round number 5. He stops Gary Jones for knockout number 15. Here's Brian and Max.
You know, it's funny just looking at him there up close. You know, they say in boxing, your attitude is what you see in the mirror. He's ripped. I mean, he's in top shape. Your report card on this fight.
Well, Teddy just said, you know, he showed, or Bob who said, you know, he shows he's a prospect. I think he'd already shown he's a prospect. I think he showed, Tecumbo showed tonight that it's going to be pretty tough from stopping him from becoming a real legitimate contender. Brian and I were watching the fight earlier, and Brian goes, you know, Max, looking at the difference between him and Michael, I'm going to steal your line now. Looks like this guy has more fast-twitch muscle fibers. It's exactly what it looks like. Tecumbo is one of those prospects, not only with the punching power and the hand speed, but that certain kind of electricity that you like to see in the prospect, that putting it together where he can kind of just, as Teddy and Bob said earlier in the broadcast, dictate what's going on, just create it out of nothing. And not that Gary Jones is the greatest fighter in the world, but the way Olajide just beat him up was very impressive.
Yeah, I even threw in Fernando Vargas. I wasn't even taking it seriously, and you're saying, well, maybe you could take that seriously.
Well, it's a little early still. Obviously, he's not experienced enough. But is he a guy where top junior middleweights are now thinking, oh, yeah, let's throw in an in-between nothings fight with Tecumbo Olajide? No. He's a guy where Olajide's people are thinking right now, let's position him for a multi-million-dollar run if possible.
All right, we'll take a break right now here on Friday Night Fights. When we return, we will talk to the winner of tonight's main event, Tecumbo Olajide. We'll be back right after this.